alituma kwa group. Okay.
Shaverudi ni kama bundles zimerudi.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry about that. I went mute. Okay. Hiya. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
Sawa. Now, I think we were going to that part of the title of the report, which we say that a report must always be begin with the word report on. So I was asking you for examples of the different titles, and Mabior gave us an example and said a report on why students are losing their personal effects. So perhaps maybe a good title would be a report on why students are losing their personal effects, or a report on loss of student items. Yeah, so remember, also when you're writing this title, let it not be so long. Yeah, let it be at least something moderate. You don't need to give a whole explanation of a title. You only need to give a title that is conversant with the reason why you are investigating this issue. So just a simple title, yeah, like report on loss of student items. That is enough. Okay, and I've said this title must always be in capital letter. And if you're typing this report, ensure that it is in capital letter and it is bold. Yeah, bold means what? Yeah, you try to highlight it. Make sure it is highlighted. Yeah, make sure it is highlighted. So that is how we write a report. So the first thing that a report must always have is that it must always have a title. The next thing now, in most cases, yeah, even at our places of work, we are normally asked by somebody to write a report. I remember when we were explaining about the communication policy, where we said we have got, a report is an example of downward communication. Downward communication means what? You have been given instructions by somebody. It is communication that comes from the management to the subordinates. And an example of that form of communication is a report. In most cases, we are normally requested to make or to write a report. Unless now it is in your line of duty, in most cases, a report is normally requested for. And the person who makes that request would be somebody who also is a bit senior, somebody who has a certain position in the organization. Now, when you write this report, remember it is important for you, yeah, because when you're writing a report, you also need to consider certain things. For example, it is a report that has been requested for. 2, there's somebody who has requested you to write that report. 3, when you write a report, there is always a timeline. Timeline means what? You cannot write a report and say, I am going to submit it after 1 year. It means, therefore, the purpose of writing that report might not be fulfilled. And remember, we said that reports are used to make decisions. So if you do not submit a report within a specified time frame, it might not be able to help the organization to be able to resolve certain issues that they could be going through. Therefore, we say, when you are writing a report, the next part or the next item or the next feature is what we call the terms of reference. Now, terms of reference, or into brackets, TOR. Yeah, TOR means term of reference. What is the terms of reference? In most cases, you have been requested to write a report. So under the terms of reference, it is important for you to mention the person who gave you the mandate to write this report. And in most cases, it's normally your direct supervisor or somebody who is in a higher position. So under the terms of reference, we say this section shows the source of power that has been given or that has given you the instructions to prepare the report. I've said the report is normally requested for. Now, for purposes of an exam, in most cases, you are normally told, for example, you could be asked to write a report, and this report has been requested by somebody who is senior, yeah? So I want to give you an example, which I want to read. So remember, when you're writing a report, in most cases, you have been requested. Requested means what? It is somebody who is in authority who has made that request for you to write this report. So what am I trying to say is, in most cases, a report is asked for. And in most cases, when you are writing a report, and especially for the exam purpose, it is good for you to quote the source of the person who gave you the mandate to write that report. I'm trying to look for something here. Yes, yeah, so this is an example of a question, though I'm going to share this with you on the WhatsApp group. And this says, you work as an administrative assistant at Palex County. The management of the county is alarmed by the increasing number of motorcycle accidents and has asked you to investigate the matter. Yeah, so in this case, they've already told you where you work, and they've asked you as the administrative assistant at Palex County to investigate why there has been an increase on the number of motorcycle accidents. So, and the management, yeah, so the management of the county. So in this case, the management of Pelea County is the person who has requested you to write a report. So in this case, they've already told us that these instructions that you have been given to write a report has come from the management. So in this scenario, under the terms of reference, the management. So the management of Pelea County is the person who has given you the mandate. So we've said that this section shows the instructions, tells us or asks you to give us the source of the person who asked you to write the report. And in this case, it is the management.